Hi everyone, Andrew Musselman from Fluency. I want to talk about how you can use tone of voice to improve your virtual communication. Now, your tone of voice makes a huge impact on how people perceive you. And when you're using virtual communication, I believe your tone of voice is even more important. That's because when people aren't in the same room as you, it's more difficult for them to pick up on your energy. So your tone of voice tells them how they should feel about what you're saying. So here now are my 3 tips for how you can achieve a more inspiring, engaged tone of voice. I hope you like them. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you have enough breath support. Sound is breath. Anytime you're speaking, you're exhaling. So a nice deep full inhale is like fuel for your voice. It's going to give your voice power and richness and strength. The best thing you can do to improve your breath support is know how to activate your diaphragm. Now, your diaphragm is a thin muscle that sits right about here on your chest. And when that muscle activates, it creates a vacuum effect that pulls air deep into your lungs. So if you want to find that muscle, you can take your thumb, place it on your sternum, and move down until you get to the fleshy part. Then you're going to push in gently, and you're going to inhale, pushing against that tension. Push your thumb out as you breathe in. And you'll feel a muscle beneath your thumb. That muscle is your diaphragm. You want to practice activating that muscle as you inhale so that you can ensure you're going to get that nice, deep, full breath. An added benefit of proper breath support is that it helps you overcome nerves. As Caroline Goyder, a well-known voice coach in the UK, says, the diaphragm is the key to your confidence. I couldn't agree more. The second thing you want to think of is to find some variation in your voice. The biggest sin you can commit is to speak in a monotone. It's just going to lull your listeners to sleep. If you imagine a piece of music that only used one note, that would get boring pretty quick. So to achieve some vocal nuance, you can think of the 3 Ps: pitch, pace, and projection. When it comes to pitch, let your voice move around in your register. Include some low notes, some medium notes, and some high notes from time to time. When it comes to the pace, change the speed at which you speak. Most of the time you're going to move at a quick, natural clip, but sometimes you can slow down, especially if you have a point you want to emphasize. And finally, when it comes to projection, play around with the volume of your voice. In energetic sections of a speech or presentation, you may want to use a higher volume. But then, when you want to get your listeners to lean in, you can drop your volume and create a bit of intimacy. So play around with those 3 Ps: pitch, pace, projection. Variation in your voice is just going to keep your listeners interested. And finally, speak with energy. What do I mean by energy? Energy is just loving what you're speaking about. We just spoke about the vast range of expressiveness available to us in our voices. Use that expressiveness to put some emotion into your voice. Let your listeners know that you stand behind what you're saying and that you care about what you're saying. Here's a golden rule of mine when I'm coaching. If you're not engaged by what you're saying, your listeners won't be engaged either. So there you have it, my 3 tips for how to achieve an inspiring, engaged voice. I hope you like them. I'm currently offering free 30-minute consultations. So for anyone who'd like a little bit of help getting set up for success in virtual communication, please reach out to me in the comments below, send me a direct message, or you can email me at andrew@learnfluency.com. I'd love to chat. Be well, stay safe, and all the best.